Hello dear students. In today's session we are going to discuss some prime points of the second session of the chapter Reproductive Health. Okay. The first prime point is regarding the sexually transmitted diseases, also called STDs. Diseases or infections which are transmitted through sexual intercourse or unprotected sexual intercourse, they are called venereal diseases or reproductive tract infections or RTIs. What are the early symptoms of STD? The early symptoms of STDs are fluid discharge, itching, mild pain and swelling in the genital area. These are the early symptoms. But if untreated, later complications may arise, and the later complications of STD include pelvic inflammatory disease or PID, abortions, stillbirths, ectopic pregnancy, infertility, and cancer of the reproductive tract. Then what are the precautions? 3 precautions are mentioned in the textbook. 1, avoiding the sex with unknown or multiple partners. Second one, usage of condoms during the sexual acts. Third one, consultation with a qualified doctor. So, diseases which are transmitted through sexual interaction are what are called sexually transmitted diseases. Okay. Now we are going to study some of the important sexually transmitted diseases. First one, gonorrhea. Gonorrhea is caused by a bacterium called Neisseria gonorrhoeae. It's a bacterium. The main symptoms of gonorrhea include pus-containing discharge, pain over genitalia, burning sensation during urination, and arthritis. Arthritis means joint pain. The second second STD is syphilis. It's also a bacterial disease caused by a bacterium called Treponema pallidum. Here the main symptoms include infectious or painless ulcers over genitalia, swelling of lymph nodes, swollen joints, chronic ulcers on nose, palate, and lower legs. The ulcers are already mentioned. Ulcers are the genital parts. In addition to that, the nose, palate, and the lower leg ulcers are produced. That is called syphilis. Then another one is called genital herpes. It is a viral disorder caused by herpes simplex virus. The symptoms of genital herpes include lesions and reddish ulcers over genitalia, perianal area, painful urination, vaginal and urethral discharges, headache. These are the common symptoms. So 3 important STDs, gonorrhea, syphilis, genital herpes. Of these, gonorrhea and syphilis are caused by bacteria. The genital herpes is a viral disorder. The next prime points, the continuation of STDs. Genital warts caused by another virus called human papilloma virus. The symptoms include warts over skin, warts over external genitalia, warts in the vaginal canal, and warts in the cervical area. So warts are produced by human papilloma virus. Then another disorder is called trichomoniasis, caused by Trichomonas vaginalis. That is the causative organism of trichomoniasis. Main symptoms include vaginitis, that is inflammation of the vaginal canal, yellowish discharge, again painful urination, urethritis, inflammation of urethra, prostatitis, inflammation of prostate gland, epididymitis, inflammation of epididymis. Another disorder is called chlamydiasis. Chlamydiasis caused by Chlamydia trachomatis. Symptoms include urethritis, prostatitis, epididymitis, yellow mucus and pain, cervicitis, inflammation of the cervix, and rectal pain. Okay. Then the last one is called AIDS. You know that acquired immunodeficiency syndrome is AIDS, caused by HIV. HIV means human immunodeficiency virus. Main symptoms include unexplained weight loss, rashes leading to ulcers, diarrhea, cough, fever, nausea, damage of brain and immune system. The main effect is immunosuppression, isn't it? So these are some common sexually transmitted diseases. The next prime point is regarding infertility. Infertility means the inability to produce young ones even after successful sexual cohabitation. Some persons are naturally infertile, unable to produce young ones. And this may be due to various reasons. The main reasons include congenital, that means disorders by birth, physical, structural deformities, biochemical, functional deformities, or even psychological, mental reasons are there. Then what are the remedies? The infertile couples can have children by some mechanisms, and these mechanisms are collectively called assisted reproductive technologies or ARTs. These are the special methods to overcome the various aspects of infertility. The common ARTs include IVF. IVF means in vitro fertilization. ET. ET means embryo transfer. Two types of embryo transfer mechanisms are there. One is called SIFT, zygote intrafallopian transfer. The other one is called IUT, intrauterine transfer. Then another process is called GIFT, gamete intrafallopian transfer. Then comes XII. XII means intracytoplasmic sperm injection. And the last one is called IUI, intrauterine insemination. All these are the commonly used assisted reproductive technologies. First one, in vitro fertilization. What is in vitro fertilization? Usually fertilization takes place inside the reproductive tract of the female, isn't it? So that process is called in vivo because it occurs inside the system, living system. But if the same fertilization is taking place outside the body, we are conducting the fertilization outside the body, it is called in vitro fertilization. That means the method of inducing fertilization outside the body. So how it is possible? Ovum is taken from wife or female donor. Okay. And the sperm is taken from husband or male donor. They are used for fusion in the laboratory condition for the formation of zygote under laboratory condition. If the natural fertilization, normal in vivo fertilization is not taking place, the sperm and ovum can be collected from donors or husband and wife, and they can be induced to fertilize, induced to form zygote under lab conditions. The process is called IVF or in vitro fertilization. The next art is ET. ET means embryo transfer. As a result of in vitro fertilization, the zygote is produced in the lab outside the body. Then the zygote or the early embryos are to be transported or transferred inside the uterus of the mother, either to the mother or to the surrogate mother. That process is called embryo transfer. And this embryo transfer can be done in two mechanisms. One is called SIFT, zygote intrafallopian transfer. The other one is called IUT, intrauterine transfer. What are the differences? Transferring either zygote or early embryo into the body of the mother or surrogate mother is called ET, embryo transfer. So suppose this is the fallopian tube. The embryo before 8 blastomer stage, embryo having lower than 8 blastomer stage is transported inside the fallopian tube. That process is called zygote intrafallopian transfer. If the embryo has more than 8 blastomer stage, it is not transferred inside the fallopian tube, it is transported inside the uterus. That process is called intrauterine transfer. So both in SIFT or in IUT, the embryo is transferred, so the process is coming under embryo transfer. You see, the transference of zygote into fallopian tube for initiating developmental processes before 8 blastomer stage. The transference of early embryo within uterine cavity to complete further development, that occurs after 8 blastomer stage. Okay, so a SIFT and a IUT. Then next prime point is gamete intrafallopian transfer or gift. What is that? If a female is unable to produce ovum, but other conditions of pregnancy are okay, fallopian tube is okay, uterus is okay, everything is okay, but if the female is unable to release ovum, the ovum can be taken from a donor and transferred inside the fallopian tube of this lady. That process is called gamete intrafallopian transfer. That is, ovum collected from one female is transferred into the fallopian tube of another female who is unable to produce ovum but able to provide suitable environment for embryo development. That mechanism is called GIFT, gamete intrafallopian transfer. Then another mechanism is called intracytoplasmic sperm injection. During the time of fertilization, sperm penetrates the ovum. And if the sperm is unable to penetrate the ovum naturally, the sperm can be made penetrated, injected into the ooplasm by a process is called ICSI, intracytoplasmic sperm injection. That is the direct injection of sperm into the ovum under laboratory conditions. Then the last one is called intrauterine insemination. That means insemination means the transfer of semen inside the reproductive tract of the female. If it is not properly done, the semen can be collected and that can be artificially inseminated inside the uterine cavity. That is a transference of semen collected either from husband or from any donor into the reproductive tract of the female by artificial method. The process is called intrauterine insemination. Okay. So these are the prime points as far as the entrance examination and the board examination is concerned with the topic reproductive health. Okay, thank you.